Welcome back. With the ending of school and the arrival of summer, I know many parents, such as myself, are very concerned about screen time and too much of it. But right now we're going to talk about the benefits of video games. In fact, I have Stanley Pierre-Louis here to tell us all about why video games should not be quite as feared as some parents view them. So how are you doing today? Thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me. I'm excited to talk to you about games.
Tell me more about some of the 2022 essential facts about video games. There was a survey done and some data that recently came out about video games in particular.
Well, video games really represent the preeminent form of entertainment in the United States today. What we try to do in our annual report is capture information about U.S. players as well as the perceptions of the video game industry. What we found this year is that 2 out of every 3 Americans plays video games. That's more than 215 million people. We also found that 97% of all Americans have a positive attitude about what video games can do in terms of positive impact.
I feel like that is a change over the past little bit of time, as it's being perceived as more positive than in the past. Tell me some of the unique benefits of playing video games.
Well, at a time when mental health is front of mind, more players are reporting that video games help with their mental well-being. In fact, 89% say that video games help with reducing stress, and 91% say it helps with mental stimulation. So more and more, it's helping people with their mental well-being. Beyond that, a lot of players are also reporting that video games help with important life skills such as communication, problem solving, teamwork, collaboration, and even soft skills like empathy, because when you play a character, you're really seeing life through someone else's perspective.
And what does the study also reveal about individual video gamers' profiles and some of the unique perceptions that have changed because of how we're seeing this as more beneficial than in the past?
Well, women represent 48% of the U.S. video game population. That's probably a surprise to many people, but that's been the trend for many years. The other thing is the average age of a video game player in the U.S. is about 33 years old. But what's really surprising is that there are more people 45 and older playing than under 18. So it really shows the breadth of the kinds of games that are out there and how people enjoy playing them.
What games are most popular right now?
Well, right now, every genre is really bustling. Younger and middle-aged players enjoy racing games, sports games, fighting games. So you may be familiar with titles like the Madden game from Electronic Arts or Fortnite from Epic Games or even Mario Kart from Nintendo. Older players tend to like puzzle games because it's familiar to them, and they also report that it helps with mental acuity. So there really is a game for everyone.
There really is, very true. And what else have been shown about families and how they are playing video games together?
Well, we're finding that more and more people are playing together overall, and that's true with respect to families, and they're finding joy and connection through games. 61% of players say that playing games helps them stay in touch with family. That certainly was true in our household throughout the pandemic when my son got to play with his cousins all around the country. I think the other thing is that 77% of parents now play games with their children at least once a week, which is a 22% increase since before the pandemic. So video games are really bringing families together to make it the pastime.
When you think about the pandemic, how did that impact playing video games individually and as families?
Well, what's interesting about video game play during the pandemic and since is that people started not only playing games at a higher level, but together. And that really drove the industry, is that people could connect through video games. In fact, 83% of people who play games play with someone either in person or online, and that's up 18% since before the pandemic. So what we've seen throughout the pandemic and beyond is people really enjoying that connection through playing games.
I've noticed benefits from my children. You're right, stress relief. Also, my daughter is now interested in studying game development and design in college. So it's good to hear that as an industry, you're seeing more benefits here. Where can we find more information about the study and about everything we've talked about today?
Well, for your daughter, I would first say that girls who play video games are 3 times as likely to get a degree in STEM in college. So she's on her way to a very fine and long-lasting career. Where you can learn more about our information is on our website, theesa.com. That's THEESA.com.
Well, that is great to hear and good information, especially as we head into summer and more families, more individuals, more kids probably likely will be playing video games more than during the school year at least. But we appreciate this interesting conversation about the benefits of video games for all ages. Thank you so much, Stanley, for joining us today. We'll be back with more right here on Mountain Connections right after this.